Big up to my brother, for letting me using his DSLR Canon camera, So we're gonna make the niche, alright? And I think I'm gonna do it 15 inches from the bottom. So, alright. So we're gonna measure the base, and the bottom is 38 inches. I'm gonna cut it 38. Gonna make that 38 and the 8th. Just the beats. Alright, so we need one more piece like that for the top, and we're gonna make it tight also. And that's, so this wall is not square. This is 37 and 7/8. 37 and 7/8. So the bottom is 38, the top is a little bit narrow, so that's telling me it's not square. No big problem. We're gonna make sure we spare the actual niche. We're gonna make it that square, so when we put the tile, you don't have a gap. We make it 35 and 3/8. 35 and 3/8. Every time I'm looking for the pencil, I can't find it. Alright, 35 and 3/8. Not tight enough. I want it tight. It's okay. I screw that in. I want it tight. Alright, so I'm gonna get some screws. Screw in the sides. Alright. Because I notice when I'm knocking down the other piece, it's moving. So we don't want them to move. So I'm gonna screw them down. I'll be back. Alright. So I'll be using some 3-inch exterior screws to screw down the framing. It's best to use exterior screws because these screws, they won't rot. You don't want anything that exposed to water, even though it's not going to be exposed to water because we're going to waterproof it, but still, that's for peace of mind. That's for peace of mind. We're going to use exterior screws. Alright, we got a little level here. Alright. of the niche is gonna be here. So we're gonna tilt this a little bit. Alright. So we're going to screw this side first and then re-level the other side because it seems like the wood is twisted a little bit. So let's catch this side, which is level good. You notice I put this back here? I put this piece of wood back here so that we have when we put the drywall, we have something to screw it to in the back. Alright? Yeah, we're gonna have something to screw it to. Maybe I use something thinner. That way, because this is a 2x4. I probably use a 1x4, a little bit thinner. That way I could get more depth on the shelf. So we're just going to use this here for now just to give us like a guide. To guide the actual frame, make sure everything has the right gap. It's not too far in or whatever, you know. Yeah. Now we're going to put a piece in the middle to support the shelf. Alright? Going to put a piece in the middle. But first we want to center this niche, right? Because what happened is I want to make the wall even. This side is bigger than this side. So I want to even it out. So this is 16 inches from that beam. So we want 16 inches from here to over here. Alright, let's get the pencil. And we're going to mark 16 inches, which is right here. Alright, 16 inches, which is right here. Alright, so we're going to put a wood here. So we have 16 inches from here to here. So when we put the drywall stop here. So the niche is going to be from here to here. Okay? Which is going to be 27 inches. Alright, it is what it is. It is what it is. So now we need a piece. We're going to put the bottom piece first. No, let's put this first. So from here to here is 29 and 5/8. And I ain't got no more wood. I have to go outside and get some more wood. These were here before. Took them down to rebuild this. These are not treated wood, but hey, doesn't matter. Because we're gonna waterproof the niche anyway. So the whole bathroom and the shower area are gonna be waterproof. Alright, so let's measure here again. 29 and let's do 29 and a half. Let's do 29 and a half. Alright, so we got a square. Make sure this is squared. Alright, so the bottom is squared. Draw a line. So when I screw this in, I can make sure it doesn't shift. Alright. If it shifts, I just put it back to the line that I drew. Alright. Shifting a little bit. So I'm going to use this to kind of prevent it from shift. So I use this piece of wood to brace this so it doesn't twist. Alright, keep it on a straight line. Now let's see the top. Alright, looking good. Alright, so this is going to be the middle of the niche right here, which is 29 and 1/8. It's going to be a little bit smaller because we have to put the drywall, the thin set, the tile, the mud for the tile, you know, all that stuff. It's going to add up on all four sides. Alright. But this is solid, man. I'm going to put a piece in the middle here. Alright. Let's mark that. Let's mark this. Pick up the piece. I don't know how high. Let me this. I don't know how high I'm going to make this yet, but this is the niche right here. The reason why I don't know how high I'm going to make it, we haven't picked the backsplash as yet. So depending on what we pick, determine the height I put so I don't do much cut. If not, might not have to do any cut going up. For the width, we might have to do some cut, but you know. So we got to pick what's going to go in here first before I can determine the height. Alright? Yeah. Because what if we have a full tile that goes to here? Then we're going to have to fill a 2-inch gap and it's going to look ugly. You know what I mean? So if a full tile come to here, I'd rather put this not directly there, but enough so the full tile will fit and we don't have to do any cut, so you have a clean look. So we're gonna leave this right here for now. So some of these at the bottom is a little bit rocked. This one is rocked. So what I'm gonna do just put a piece of wood side next to it, and that's it. Just put it next to it and kind of enforce it. Well, it was already enforced right here. It's already enforced here, but I want to reinforce it on the other side. So that's what I'm going to do. So we need to cut this right here. To notch this. There's a pipe there, so because there's a pipe, I'm just gonna cut a notch here, so when we put it in, the pipe goes inside the wood and this could go all the way in. I'm just gonna notch this out. Alright, so we got the right tool, a jigsaw, so we could just cut. Do a nice clean cut. Alright. The bottom of this wood is around 6 inches off the ground, so I made this piece to support it, so I'm just going to screw that in, give it some support. If you notice, this is the electrical panel right here. Alright, it's all electrical stuff here, and after we put the bathtub, which is 36 inches wide, or the depth, I should say depth, 36 inches, we're going to put the shower door, and there is nothing to screw the shower door to. So what I'm going to do is get a 3/4 inch ply and do from top to bottom all the way down. Yep. So we have that to screw to. You know, I have some test piece here. Just some piece. Make sure it fit and flush. So at least we have this to kind of catch a little bit. You know, it's gonna go through the tile and everything, and the tile will hold it, but I want to put, you know, have some protection so I don't go through the metal, just in case. You never know. So I'm just gonna go all the way up and down with this. All right. I need to go outside where the table sides, because I gotta strip the plywood. Yeah, I gotta strip the plywood, so I'm gonna go outside and do that. We're gonna measure the width all the way up. Yep. Get that done. So I'll be back. I keep looking at the screen, but I need to look at the lens. Look at you. I'll be back. So we need 14.5 for the width. 14.5. 14. $14.5. All right. So we're gonna strip that. It's gonna be tough because it's me alone, but we're gonna get it done like we always do. Oh, you gotta plug it in, right? It's a metal twice cut once. Always double check what's gonna happen. Right. Yeah, I got the wheelbarrow to help me to leverage. Alright, so we have the width, 14.5. Now we need to get the height. Alright, so we're gonna go inside and measure the height and then cut that. We'll be back. So, we need 77 inches. I'm gonna make it 76. 76. Make it shorter. 76. Get a straight edge. Connect the dots. Boom. Cut on the line. That's it. So go inside this. We got the 3/4 inch plywood cut that we're gonna put from top to bottom. We just need something solid so when we have something to screw the shower door to. We're gonna put a shower door. And it's gonna come over to here where there's nothing to screw to. And you don't want to screw to the electrical box. Yeah. That wouldn't be a pretty sight. Not at all. We're gonna cut some strips, screw to the side, so we can have something to screw this to. Because when we put it flat, we need to screw it. So, let me see if this will work. It's best to pre-drill your hole so you don't split the wood. But guess what? The wood split. Because I don't take my own advice, you see? I'm glad it happened so you could see. So it's best to pre-drill. So then we go get a drill, pre-drill the hole. Alright, and then we come on the screen. That's crazy. I jinxed myself, guys. Alright. So now we have something at the top to screw to. So we're gonna put this on. So we can screw the shower frame to that. Okay. The good thing is I don't have to search for no stud, no nothing. I know it's there. Alright. I need one for the bottom. So I use a 3/4 inch ply, but for the bottom I have to use 1/2 inch. That's why I didn't go all the way down, because the main pipe for the electric sticks further out some more. Too much out. So I could still use the 3/4 inch, but I'm gonna have to stop here and then come here and stop here. Alright. So let's do that. So the next thing to do, finish ripping off these lower tiles on the wall. All these lower, this gotta go. See how they scored it? All this gotta go. Alright. Same for the opposite side. all this at the bottom, all that's gotta go. So that'll be the next thing. Alright. So today we build a niche. We put support here. Oh, we gotta put one more support over here. Oh, so we ain't done. We gotta do the same thing on the opposite side. Yep. But we need support for this side too. Alright. So this piece, remember when we were outside and we stripped that side? Well, this is the remaining of the other side. It's not wide enough because in here is 11 3/4, but this is only 10. But I don't need it to fill all the way. So what I'm gonna do, because if you see the gap right here. So what I'm gonna do, I am going to put one strip here. And what I did is, this is a 2x4 and I cut it 1/4 inch shorter, because when I put this, the 1/4 inch gonna come back and make it 2x4 again, which is gonna make it flush to this. Alright, so that's what we want. We want to make it flush. So we're gonna preheat it first, because you don't want to stick it again. Alright, don't make the same mistake twice. Alright, so I can put in this side. Just like that. So you see, we have to put the double wood so that we have something for this to screw to, because it's shorter. So it's gonna be solid. Alright. Let's do some measurements. And we could do 11.5. To be exact, 11 5/8. And the height, 44 1/4.